what's going on here. Quit the ground and turn on the lights.
Welcome.
Welcome to what? Where am I anyway?
You did blow out the candle, didn't you?
Yeah, sure I blew it out. So what?
Are you sure you blew it out all by yourself?
Sure, I'm sure. What's with that candle? Trying to burn off my nose?
Oh, you wouldn't have felt anything. At least I don't think you would. It's all a little upsetting.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Usually they can't blow out the candle.
Well, they can't.
I thought this was going to be ordinary routine. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you a lot of questions.
Look, mister, there's a few questions I want to ask you, too.
Would you please wait until I'm ready?
Gee, it's high up here.
Yes, very high.
You can't even see the ground.
The ground? Oh, you mean the earth? No, you couldn't possibly see the earth from here.
What do you call this joint?
The gates of heaven.
Oh, just open for business, huh?
We've been open quite a while.
Could be a classy joint. I mean, if you got a nice floor show inside. Reminds me, I was up in the Rainbow Room once, and I thought that was pretty high up there at Rockefeller Center in the clouds, but... Man, this must be the top of the Empire State Building. Hey, look, there's something I want to know. Listen, mister.
You may call me Harold.
Harold? Okay, Harold. Oh, excuse me. Give me the lowdown. How did I get here, anyway?
The messenger brought you.
I must have been plastered. I don't remember it. A messenger? Where'd he pick me up? At Tony's bar room or next pool hole?
I think that you were home asleep at the time that you were summoned.
Oh, I was served with a summons, huh? Well, I'm not guilty.
The High Court will decide upon your case.
The High Court? Gee, I thought this was a nightclub. What am I supposed to have done?
Well, perhaps we can decide upon that when you've answered the 1,000 questions.
1,000 questions? Look, I'm not talking till I see my mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece?
Yeah, my lawyer.
We don't allow lawyers up here.
But how am I going to beat this rap if I don't have... Now, look, Mac.
Harold.
Oh. Okay, Harold. You seem like a pretty nice guy. Hey, you're not a cop, are you?
Oh, no. I'm the registrar. The recording angel.
The recording what?
Angel.
Oh. If you're an angel, where's your wings?
We never wear them while we're working. I think you'll find that chair quite comfortable. Now then, shall we fill out this form? Your name, please?
My name? Dani 7.
It's really Leander Gillicuddy, isn't it?
Yeah, what a name to hang on a guy, huh? My pals call me Dani 7 now.
All right, if your friends call you that, that will be your real name here. I'll alter it in the records. Your address?
Huh?
Your address.
Oh, I just sort of drift around. Right now I'm living in a furnished room on 47th Street.
Near 10th Avenue, isn't it?
Hey, you know the neighborhood, huh?
I've heard of it. Your age?
Oh, 26.
Really 25, isn't it, Dani?
You're not from the draft board, are you?
No.
Okay, make it 25.
Occupation?
Ooh, I sort of do a little of this, a little of that.
Gambler.
Hey, wait a minute, I didn't say that.
What are you rattling those things in your hand for?
Well, what do you know? I must have picked them up someplace. I'm sort of absent-minded.
What do you use those little cubes for?
You, don't know about dice? Well, you see, you play a little game with them. It's a very simple game, Harold. You'll catch on to it. Look, you put them in your fist like this, and then you roll them. 7. See, very simple. 7.
So that's why they call you Dani 7.
Ah, so what if I make a fast buck now and then? I'm a square shooter. Hey, they're not loaded either. Go on, take a look at them. Go on, take a look. I just know how to roll them. Just lucky. Come on, 7. 4. I got a funny feeling all of a sudden.
It's all right, Dani. You're just not used to being dead.
Yeah, I guess that must be it. What? What did you say about being dead?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was a little abrupt, wasn't I?
What did you mean I'm dead?
You really are, you know. Quite dead.
I'm no more dead than you are.
Well, of course I'm dead, too. Otherwise, I would hardly be here, would I?
Look, Harold, you can be as dead as you want to, but me, I'm staying alive.
It's too late, Dani. The life you've had is over. Finished forever. This is the afterlife, and you are already recorded in my books as a new arrival at the gates of heaven.
Now I know it's a gag. Me in heaven? That's a hot one.
Shall we proceed with the questions? There are 1,000 of them, you know.
Wait a minute, Harold. If I'm dead like you say I am, how come I don't remember dying?
Because you passed away quite peacefully in your sleep.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming. Nothing to be scared of. Get a hold of yourself, Dani. Yeah, it's just a funny dream, Harold. And all I have to do is wake up and this gates of heaven place fades out and you fade out with it. And I'm still in my bed, alive.
You didn't feel anything, did you, Dani?
So what? What's it prove except I'm kind of numb?
Excuse me, may I come in? Oh, hello, Herman. Come in. This is Herman, the chief clerk of our tribunal. This is Leander Dani 7. I'm having a difficult time convincing Dani that he's really dead.
Troublemaker, huh?
Oh, no, he's a very fine fellow, but he's a little confused. Most of them are at the beginning, you know.
I see you're going to ask him the questions.
I'm afraid I'll have to. He's 25 and he blew out the candle.
Well, I'll put his name on the docket. Court has just taken a recess. I'll let you know when we're ready for him. Oh, that reminds me.
Hello, Millie.
Hello, Harold.
What was the verdict?
Well, the judges all left before my case was called.
Wait on the balcony, young woman. I'll let you know when the court reconvenes.
May I go by, please?
Oh, sure.
Young man. Well, get on with it, Harold. As it is, I'll probably be late for my lesson. Gabriel is teaching me, you know.
That's nice, Herman.
You certainly look dead to me.
Sit down, Dani. I think we're about ready.
Harold, you don't look like the sort of a guy who'd give me a bump stare, so I guess I'm dead.
Yes, Dani, you are.
Well, I don't like it.
You'll get used to it.
I don't want to get used to being dead. Look, I want to be alive. Alive, you understand, like I've always been. Harold, I got a lot of friends down there, a lot of good pals, and I want to be with them. I don't want to be stuck up here someplace where I don't know anyone.
You'll meet lots of your friends right here in heaven, Dani.
Oh, not my friends, I won't. Hey, you think those judges will send me to the other place?
Your destination was settled the moment you entered those gates. You see, Dani, you've never knowingly harmed anyone in your life. So you'll stay right here in heaven.
But I don't want to stay here. Look, I got a lot of things to do down there.
What things, Dani? What things? This may be very important to you.
How do you mean?
Well, the fact that you were able to blow out that candle raises some slight doubt as to your eligibility.
What kind of double talk is that?
I'll try to explain. When a person passes on peacefully and naturally, as you did, and has reached the age of 25, there are exactly 1,000 things that person must have done, felt, or experienced before the judges consider him eligible.
Eligible for what?
To stay here, of course.
Wait a minute. Do you mean if there's any one of those 1,000 things that I haven't felt or done or experienced, I don't have to stay dead, I can go on living?
Theoretically, that is so.
Okay, shoot the works.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, ask me the questions, come on.
All right. Question number 1. Have you ever seen a rainbow in the sky?
Well, as a matter of fact, yeah, sure I have. Everybody's seen a rainbow.
You'd be surprised how many people don't bother looking for them. Dani, did you enjoy the rainbow?
Yeah, sure. It was pretty. It's all red and gold. Like a million butterflies with the sun shining through them.
Question number 2. Have you ever, in the fall, walked on the brown earth and heard the dry leaves crackle beneath your feet?
Yeah. Yeah, once or twice in Central Park. And I could smell the smoke of the bonfires and the birds flying south for the winter. Gee, I'd sure like to see those birds again.
Question number 3. Have you ever enjoyed a large, broiled, juicy sirloin steak smothered in onions and mushrooms with an order of French fried potatoes?
Are you kidding? What kind of a question?
Dani, please answer my question.
Yeah. Yeah, once in a while I'd load up on a good feed like that when these babies were rolling right for me. I'd like to do it again. Snake eyes. Harold, you gotta let me live. I got a lot of things I gotta do, Harold. Please let me live. Please let me live.
Question number 999. Have you ever heard or read a poem you liked and then committed the words to memory so you could say them to yourself over and over again?
Now I got you. No. And that's the first no I've been able to answer to any of your questions.
Not even just a little piece?
Me? Poetry? Are you crazy?
Please, Dani, I'm very tired. I'll give you one more chance to answer the question.
I said no, and I mean no, and that makes me ineligible, so I can go on living.
I'm afraid not, Dani.
Hey, what kind of a runaround is this? You got laws up here. You told me so yourself. And your judges have to stick to those laws. Is that right?
Hearts roll down the path of life, roll down the swift, polluted strife. Go on, Dani.
Like silver balls in slot machines. Roll out to trip enticing lights. Nudge wires for magnetic sights. You almost win. Almost bites. So toss and bounce, you darn insane. And when you're finished with the game, lost. So kiss the coin and start again.
Thank you, Dani.
I didn't mean to lie to you, Harold. I just forgot that poem.
I understand. Well, that's all, Dani.
What do you mean that's all? That's only question 999. I still got a chance. Come on, where's the last question? Oh, you're afraid to ask me. Afraid I'll say no and make it stick. Come on, Harold, ask me the last question. You gotta give me a chance to live.
I can't ask you the last question, Dani.
What is this? I may be dead, but I know my rights. Come on, you gotta ask me that last question.
Only the High Tribunal can do that.
How long do I have to wait?
Until the court reconvenes.
When'll that be?
Perhaps a millennium.
A millennium? What's that?
A millennium is 1,000 years, Dani.
1,000 years?
Yes, but 1,000 years is only like a second here in eternity. Wait out on the balcony. I'll call you when the judges are ready with the 1,000th question.
Come on, Harold, be a sport.
I can't tell you.
But look, if I go up in front of those judges and I'm not a little prepared, I'll be quick like give him an answer and he'll tell me to drop dead and stay that way. You gotta give me a little hint.
I'm sorry, Dani, but it's beyond my power to help you now. You'll find it nice on the balcony. A wonderful view of the universe.
Okay, Harold. You're still the right guy in my books. It's not your fault I'm sunk. What's that final question?
I wish I knew.
You one of those angels?
Oh, no, I don't want to be an angel.
You and me both, sister. You a new arrival like me?
Yeah, I guess so. They've been asking me a lot of questions in there.
999 of them?
Yeah. Still dizzy.
Did you answer yes to all of them?
I had to. Now I'm waiting for the judges to ask me that final question.
Yeah, me too. Hey, you sure you don't know what it is? Well, I guess that's a $64 question, all right.
Life or death?
You said it. And me, I want to go on living.
Oh, me too. Maybe someday I'll be happy to be up here in heaven, but right now I'll take 10th Avenue.
10th Avenue? You're from 10th Avenue?
Yeah, why?
That's my old neighborhood. Well, how do you like that? What's your name?
Millie Gillicuddy. What's yours?
Dani 7.
Say, I've heard about you.
No kidding. Pretty bad, huh?
Oh, no. They were all good things I heard.
Wonder how come we never met down there in Hell's Kitchen. What are you laughing about?
That name up here. Oh, I sure wish we were back there now.
Yeah. We only knew what that final question was.
Yeah. If we only knew.
You know, somehow I don't mind waiting anymore. Not now, I don't.
Me neither. I was awful scared at first, though.
Yeah, I was too. Well, not exactly scared, but just wondering what was going to happen.
Well, that's the way I felt. Only I was scared, too. Not anymore, though. But I guess I'm still sort of wondering.
Millie,
Yes, Dani?
you know what I've been thinking?
No, what?
About us.
What are you thinking about us, Dani?
That we had to die before we could get acquainted.
Funny, isn't it?
Yeah. All that time we lived down there within 3 blocks of each other and never met.
Gee, I'd like to wake up once again. Just once. And then I'd say... I don't know what I'd say.
I know what you'd say. Gee, it's great to be alive. It's going to be a wonderful new day. And I'm going to see a lot of wonderful new things. I'm going to breathe the fresh air again. Yeah, even on 10th Avenue. And I'm going to smell the flowers in the pushcart the guys got on 48th Street. A lot of great things like that.
Gosh, Dani, you sure can express yourself simply beautiful.
And that first cup of coffee in the morning. And that first cigarette. Yeah, that reminds me, I haven't had a cigarette since I
Oh,
died.
Dani, maybe you'd better not light up one. Not now, anyway.
Well, why not? I don't see any no smoking signs.
Well, it might be contempt of court or something.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I better not take a chance. Those judges ought to be getting back. The millennium just about over.
Dani, getting scared again.
What are you scared of?
When the judges come back, they'll ask me that final question. And if I have to say yes...
Well, maybe you can say no and get away with it.
But if you have to say yes, Dani...
So what?
Well, you and me... If our answers are different...
Stop talking like that.
I'm sorry, Dani. It's only that...
Look, I'll give those judges an argument they'll never forget. Not if they live to be... Not if ever. I'll tell them they gotta let you off. You're too young to die. From now on, I'm taking care of you, kid.
Millie Grogan, your name has been called in the High Court.
Yes. I'm ready.
Don't be scared. I'm going with you, Millie.
Oh, Dani. I won't be scared anymore.
I'm sorry, Dani, but you can't go in with Millie.
But I gotta be with her. Why can't I?
The rules. The new arrival must appear alone before the tribunal.
But Harold, I won't utter a peep, I promise you. Look, I just want to stand beside her.
I'm sorry, Dani, but you can't go in until your name is called.
Tough luck, kid. Chin up. Everything's gonna be okay.
Dani.
What's the idea of making that poor kid suffer like that? She had it tough enough when she was alive, but you gotta make it tough on her when she's dead. And they call this heaven.
You don't understand, Dani. But then how could you?
Oh, maybe I don't understand like you do, Harold. But you get this. If I stay here in heaven, there's gonna be a few changes made. They're not gonna push around a sweet kid like that.
You are before the bar of justice, Leander Gillicuddy.
Dani 7.
What did you say, Harold?
Reverend One, the new arrival was known on Earth as Dani 7.
Very well. Dani 7 is his name henceforward. Make a note of it, Herman.
Inasmuch as he was christened Leander Gillicuddy, I maintain...
Herman?
Yes, Reverend One. Dani 7, approach the high tribunal where you receive justice according to the laws of heaven.
Where's Millie Grogan? What did you do with her?
Dani, not now.
Reverend One, this new arrival of Dani 7, has been examined by the recording angel and answered each of the 999 questions in the affirmative.
Very well. Dani, this is to decide whether you are now eligible to be transported from time to eternity. You will now be asked question 1000. If you answer in the affirmative, you will remain here in heaven. If your answer is in the negative, you may at our discretion be returned to earth until some later time. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand. I'm ready for the question.
Very well, Dani. Have you ever loved a woman with all your heart and soul?
Is that all there is to the final question?
That is all. Think well before you answer.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Does that mean that if I was never in love, I can go on living again down where I belong?
The court will decide.
Well, that's an easy one to answer. Hey, wait a minute. What about Millie Grogan?
Dani, please.
But if she's got to stay here, I got to stay too. She needs me. She said she did.
Do you love her, Dani 7, with all your heart and soul?
Yes, Your Honor. I love her with all my heart and soul.
And just how long have you loved this woman?
I don't know. A millennium, I guess.
I see.
Reverend One, may I make an observation?
Yes, Harold, of course.
Dani and Millie met for the first time right here in heaven.
That is so, Dani?
Yes, Your Honor. Out there on the balcony. The poor kid looked lonely and scared. Well, I guess I was too.
Dani, this is the chance you've been waiting for. My record showed that you never loved anybody on earth with all your heart and soul. Change your answer to no, and you may live again.
What happens to Millie Grogan, Your Honor?
Why do you ask, Dani?
Because, Your Honor, if she's got to stay dead, I got to stay dead too. I want to be with her. It's like I told you, she needs me, and I need her too.
You love this woman with all your heart and soul?
Yes, Your Honor.
But, Dani, you couldn't answer no to any one of the 1,000 questions.
I'll take what's coming to me.
And Millie couldn't answer no to any of the questions either.
You mean she said she already loves some other guy with all her heart and soul?
Oh, Dani 7, it's you she loves.
Well, what do you know?
But this happened in heaven, Dani. So you must both be returned to earth and life to fulfill your destiny. The High Tribunal so decides. Herman, let it be recorded.
Dani. Here. You might need these. You can teach me how to use them when you come back.
Excuse me, haven't we met someplace before?
I think so, but I can't remember where.
Yeah, me too. Say, look, why don't we go have a sandwich someplace? Maybe we can straighten this out. That is, if you have time.
Oh, yes, I've plenty of time. All the time in the world.